What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Blue Collar Picks here at our North Naples My Architectural Glass showroom. Week 5, which I believe is the first week of the buys.
You know a little bit about that.
Yeah. Well, what does they say, Matt? You're bisexual. If you can't get it, you buy it?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Why don't we do, before we get into everything that happened last week, which there's plenty to talk about, why don't we have a recap of where we stand with wins and losses through week 4? Matt.
Well, as of last week in week 4, our totals, I came in at the top 10, 5, and 1. 10 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. Jay coming in second, 8, 7, and 1. 8 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. And Keith rounding it out, 7 wins, 8 losses, and 1 draw. I'd like to point out that 1 draw was the difference between Jay and Keith getting another tiebreaker for Monday Night Football.
Which would have been unbelievable.
Now, this is really cool now that we're here going into week 5. Our total scores, I'm going to start with Keith. Keith is still at the top with 40 wins, 21 losses, 1 draw. Then I come in at second place, 39 wins, 22 losses, 1 draw. And Jay, 38 wins, 23 losses, 1 draw. We're all within 1 point of each other, which I think is really cool.
I felt like I literally lost every game that I watched last week. My picks last week were a bucket of shit. I deserve to lose. However, speaking of losses, because we're talking about week 4, let's just get into the punishment that you did. I had some people actually reaching out to me saying that they actually felt bad for you.
Wow.
And
Well, good. It's about time someone did.
Well, it's just fucking bullshit because the way they were saying it almost made me feel bad. Like it's my fault that you had to go through this torture. Like, fucking pick better. Any repercussions or anything that you can share that people might have reached out to you? I mean, how do you feel?
Well, I feel much better now. It was definitely a lot more painful than I anticipated. You think an egg is going to break lightly? It fucking hurts.
We all saw the way Matt wound up. Bryce and I have had this discussion before. I believe you can tell a lot about a man on how he throws something. And watching him wind up, because I had no idea what his motion was going to look like or if he could even reach you. And when he wound up and threw that first one, which hit you in the, I thought it was going to put you down on the ground. I couldn't believe it. A, that he struck you where he did, but how athletic your throw is. So respect.
Thank you.
I'm hoping I never have to get in front of anything that you're throwing something at.
You know, and I rifled that one and I hit him in the sweet spot. And
On the back of my head,
I hate to say it, I felt bad. So my next 3 throws, as you guys saw, were dog shit because I was kind of trying to slow down how I threw to soften it, and it would just go into the fucking bushes. So then my last 2 throws, I said, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
And I
Time
just
to get
whipped
back
it
in.
again.
Yeah. You can't.
That's when you started to lose control and miss, right?
Yeah.
You side on caution. Yeah. It's game over from there. So week 5 is the first week of the buys. Who is on bye this week, Jay?
We actually have 4 teams on bye this week.
Ooh.
So we have the Atlanta Falcons. Who
A-Town.
could probably use that. I know their quarterback, Michael Penix, could use that time to wash his hair. You see that story?
No.
Apparently, most of his teammates have not ever seen his hair because he wears a do-rag even in the shower at the team facilities.
You're kidding me.
It's a little weird.
Have you seen pictures, video of this?
Of him in the shower?
No, this do-rag.
Well, yeah, he wears it all the time.
It never comes off.
Never comes off.
Why is that?
God only knows. I don't know what he's got going on underneath there. But so he could potentially use that time for washing his hair. We do also have the Packers on bye. And speaking of weird things on the head, you see Romeo Doubs in his Guardian cap this week?
No, what is this?
Oh my God, you got to see this. You got to put this up on the screen. You know the Guardian caps that protect them from the concussions?
Yeah.
Okay, well his it was so blown up. It looked like, remember they had the old Nintendo backyard sports games where they had the huge heads?
Yes.
That's what he looked like.
Now that you say this, I remember seeing this clip. First of all, how is that even legal? The NFL and most of the Major League sports are so tight and strict on what you can wear. What they want to have
Well,
parity across the board.
That's not only
How the fuck was it? It looked like a bobblehead.
Yeah, it's not only legal, but the NFL is encouraging it because the idea is it absorbs a lot of the hits to the head.
I get
and helps
it.
with concussions.
It seemed over the top. to me.
They always look funny, but his just really was, like you said, it was like a bobblehead.
You remember what's his name from Barstool? Gilly. He's a big Philadelphia Eagles fan. Last year during the Super Bowl, he ran out with like one of those foam hats. It's just like an oversized
Yeah.
baseball cap.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it reminded me of. Just over the top.
Yep.
So is he the only one in the league wearing it?
No, there's several players
Yes.
wearing them. But his in particular would just seem to be blown up the
Yeah,
most.
yeah.
Like he was like
Goofy as looking.
Megamind.
Exactly.
They all look goofy, I think, but
I've seen him
They
during
do.
practices, but I guess I didn't pay attention to any games. That was the first one I saw actually during a game.
Yeah.
So you got Falcons, Packers. Who else is on by?
We have the Bears. So the one good thing
Yeah.
is that Matt will have one last contrarian pick this week.
yeah, right.
And former quarterback from the Bears, Jay Cutler, won't have to worry about missing a game because yesterday, September 29th, he reported to jail for a misdemeanor DUI charge from back in 2024. And part of the plea agreement was 4 days in the Clink, the old Gray Bar Motel, $350 fine, 1 year probation, and his license is revoked in Tennessee. A little sideline that's on the bottom of that is during this kind of plea deal, they threw out a weapons charge that was completely dismissed during this DUI when he got pulled over. There's a lot to unpack in this story. I just don't understand where the $350 fine comes in. It just seems like such a small, insignificant amount for what could be, a real big problem. DUI, weapons charge, and one of the things is a $350 fine.
Well, at least it's not like the NFL where they came in with like a $357.23 fine.
It's true. Were you aware that your former quarterback's going to the Clank?
As far as football players going to jail, I think that's one of the better charges you could get. These guys out here, I mean, you see a lot worse.
Getting away with murder, actually, literally murder.
What was the weapons charge? Walking around with one of them darts?
Well,
So we
Steelers too, by the way.
we
are
do
the other-
we do have the Steelers on by as well. And speaking of jail and crime, did you see what happened to the Steelers' backup quarterback Skylar Thompson this weekend?
No.
The team was playing in Dublin, and
Can you do this with like an Irish accent? They were playing in
oh
Dublin.
man, I'd try. I don't know. I
Let's
don't
do
think I
it.
can
Give it your best
Yeah,
shot.
come on, Jay.
Who cares what it sounds
It's
like?
going to be horrible.
So what?
So the lad was playing in Dublin this weekend, and left the pub a little late, and
I love it.
was attacked. And supposedly robbed. Police are looking for 2 6'2" men with pasty white skin and red hair.
Oh yeah, it should narrow it down to basically the whole fucking population.
Yeah, right.
Wait, so I don't. So, what happened? The
So
quarterback's in a pub.
He was on his way home and he got robbed, and they stole God knows what from him. See, I don't think he really got robbed. I think it was just a couple guys beat him up because he was a dude named Skylar.
Speaking, first of all, I'm not a fan of the NFL playing in these games abroad. I believe the NFL games should be here in the United States where their respective stadiums are. Not only because that's where their stadiums are, that's where their fan base and loyalty is. I saw last week the mayor of London, this came out in the news, I believe Barstool's talked about this. The mayor of London is lobbying for the Super Bowl to go over there. My first thought is like, fuck you. Could you imagine what would the outcry would be if they shipped the Super Bowl over to London? Like, what do you feel about that? Is it?
Yeah, I
Is
don't
that
agree.
even on your radar to be okay?
No, but I do think that some of these games overseas are good. I think regular season, preseason, or whatever, however they divvy them up, I think it's good because it's bringing exposure to the league more. So I deviate from your opinion there, but I think a Super Bowl should never leave.
How much more
States.
exposure does the NFL need, and how does that benefit us as a viewer? Like, who gives a fuck? If they're not willing to watch overseas, like, who cares?
Well, I'm not going to a live NFL game, so it makes no difference to me.
Exactly. So who gives a shit? I mean, if they want to take all their preseason games and go over there, great. Nobody cares about the preseason game. I mean, I don't.
It doesn't benefit the fans stateside, but what it does benefit is their pockets, because you've got all these foreign fans who, you know, may have been casual fans. They're starting to get more involved. Now they're buying jerseys, they're buying hats, they're buying T-shirts. So it's just pouring more money into the NFL's pockets.
How many home games does each NFL team have? Not counting playoffs and not counting preseason.
So with the new
Yeah.
17-week
Yes.
season, it rotates from year to year. So one
8
year
or
you'll
9.
have 9. The next year you'll have 8
Okay.
home games.
So
and then
let's
flip-flops.
think about it. You're a season ticket holder. Most people that I know of, and you're a former season
I've
ticket
been
holder.
there with a Germany game. Yes.
You buy these tickets because you like the whole experience. You like the tailgating. It's a whole day event, sometimes a whole weekend event. You go there, camaraderie with your friends, maybe your family, maybe you gamble on the game, you tailgate. That's one of the best things about going to tailgate. Now you take one of those games and ship it overseas. There's only 8 of them a year. Now you're down to 7.
Well,
How does that benefit the local fans?
and now take another thing into consideration here. If that game happens to be one of your home games, right? Now you're on the lower end of the home games, so you got 8 home games this year. Now you're going down to 7 home games, and you have essentially 10 away games.
And I don't see these respective cities fighting to keep these games safe, because you got to remember, almost all these stadiums, don't ask me how these owners should be. I wish they were negotiating on our behalf for our factory here in town. Somehow they convinced local politicians to basically fund these billion-dollar stadiums, whether it be through tax benefits or grants, and they do it under the umbrella of, it's our civic duty, you know, we're bringing everybody in the community together. But then we're shipping the fucking game overseas.
Right.
Like, well, I don't understand what's going on.
That's a
But
good
the
point.
Super Bowl in particular, to send the Super Bowl overseas, I think is just absolutely crazy. I don't know what fan of the NFL here stateside would be happy with that. I'd be curious how many people would actually stop watching because of it.
London has a hard enough time controlling crime without a Super Bowl crowd there.
Yeah,
No
right.
shit. All right, so what should we do? Should we get into this week's punishment, which I've been dreading fucking all weekend?
I say we do.
All right, let's go. Let's get the trash can up here. I felt like I was in the trash can all fucking weekend.
You look like it.
God, I'm expecting a much different week this week. There's 1 or 2 that I just can't stomach, and I'm not allowed to look, right?
Can't look.
Oh, shake it up in there.
ASMR.
A little ASMR. Jeez, you really got this thing locked down. Oh,
Yes.
boy. Lie detector.
Oh,
Loser will have to read their week's schedule. Every game they guess wrong, they will be tased. Holy fuck.
I can't wait for this one.
Let's go to the punishment. Let's get this over with. Let's fucking go.
Okay, first game. Seahawks versus Cardinals. Keith, who did you have?
I had the Cardinals.
And they lost.
They did lose.
Ow! Jesus! Oh my God!
Oh my god.
Fucking plug it
Oh my God! Let's go! Oh my
Vikings
God!
Versus
Vikings! Vikings!
Vikings lost.
Yeah.
Come on, Jay.
Okay, okay.
Really stick them.
Trying to help you.
Oh man, 4L. Oh fuck. All right, Commanders and Falcons.
Commanders!
Commanders lost.
Come on, guys!
Okay.
Jesus!
Chargers and Giants.
Chargers!
Chargers lost.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God.
Titans at the Texans.
Texans! Hook 'em!
Texans won.
Hook 'em!
Oh, shit.
Oh no. No.
Buccaneers versus Eagles.
Oh, fuck the Buccaneers. I had the Buccaneers. Come on!
Trying, you're moving away.
Oh! Oh, Mom.
Donna ain't gonna help you now.
Panthers at the Patriots.
Patriots, thank God.
Patriots won.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike Vrabel.
Saints
Thank you.
at the Bills.
Bills,
Bills did win.
thank God.
Browns at the Lions.
Lions,
Lions won.
yes. Oh, God.
Jags versus 49ers.
I think I had the Jags.
Not too sure.
Oh, okay.
sure about that one?
No, I had the Niners.
Did have the Niners.
Come on. Oh my God. Oh God.
Oh my God.
Come on, let's go.
Colts at the Rams.
I had the Colts.
Lost.
Do it in the arm. Oh, I'm never doing this again. I swear I'm never doing this one again.
Bears at the Raiders.
Raiders.
Okay, last one, make it
The
good.
Raiders lost.
Yeah. I'm never doing this again. Never doing this again. Oh my God.
This is the real deal.
Rounding it out, Keith won on the Chiefs versus Ravens. He picked the Chiefs.
Man, you got love.
Smell it.
The Dolphins and Jets. He picked the Dolphins. And the Bengals and Broncos. He picked the Broncos. How you feeling?
I'm not happy about this. I'm going to spend a lot more time game planning and studying for up and coming weeks. I hope to never lose again. It was electrifying.
I had fun. I think this was great.
Yeah. Stay tuned for next week's punishment. All right, so happy to still be alive. Feel energized for a much better week here in week 5. Let's get into the picks. First game, the San Francisco 49ers at the Rams. Matt, start us off. Who are you rolling with?
Going with the Rams on this one.
I hope the Rams ram the 49ers. I am also going with the Rams.
So we got the Rams and 49ers on Thursday night on Prime, by the way, which last week I saw Prime. The game was sponsored by JCPenney. I was like,
Je sais penne.
does that even exist anymore?
I
right?
didn't know it was still around. You don't get the JCPenney catalog?
Well, that was a great thing when we were kids. you
Why
know.
is that, Jay?
We'll look through the Christmas catalog.
Oh, I thought you would
Oh,
go
no,
to the
you were-
lingerie section, a
So-
little
well-
herky-jerky.
When you go through the men's underwear.
Jay, who are you picking in the Niners-Rams game?
I think the Rams handled the Colts pretty well last week, and I don't think the Niners have enough from. So I too am going with the Rams.
Okay, so we're chalk there. Second game, Vikings at the Browns. This is a big one for me. I'm going against conventional wisdom here. I'm actually going with the Brownies here.
Wow.
Yeah, this
Are you
is-
trying to lose?
I know.
I mean, first you get shocked. Are you okay?
I'm not okay. But
Going with the Browns.
Yeah,
Really?
something. I think something's brewing.
Keith-
Joe Flacco.
Keith is down with the Browns.
Yep. I'm picking the Browns over the Vikings this week.
Okay.
What say you?
I'm normal. I have. I think the Vikings are gonna win.
You're picking the Browns. I gotta ask your mom how much Tylenol she took when she was pregnant with you.
Mom's a holistic person. I don't
So
think she
the
takes a lot of
Vikings.
pills.
By the way, this game is also overseas in
Yeah.
London. So the Vikings are coming from Dublin. They're staying in Europe, flying over to London. Prior to last weekend's game, the Vikings were 4-0 in international competition. I don't think that they go to 4-2. I'm going with the Vikings.
Good pick.
Game 3, Cowboys, Jets. And Jay, you're going to lead us off here, but I do want to say that I watched it again. Have you guys watched the Cowboys documentary? You should really watch it. It's fascinating to me how this businessman went from where he did to buying the Cowboys with him and his family not knowing anything about the operations of football. And it really shows you the history of how it started and a lot of the adversity that they were up against. And against all odds, he kept pushing, not listening to anybody else, and having his finger literally on every single thing, whether it was the socks and jocks or the general manager's position, having to do with the draft. Like, he had his finger on everything. It's just a really good documentary. I'd highly advise anybody that hasn't seen it that loves football to watch that Cowboys documentary. That said, Jay, who are you going with? The boys over the Jets?
I will say this past week, Cowboys surprised me. They actually looked really good. George Pickens in particular just came right out in absence of CeeDee Lamb, and the Cowboys just look really good. Jerry Jones, on the other hand, does not look good. Have you seen him?
He looks like a character on loan from Universal Studios, like a walking corpse.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, absolutely. Not good. No
I
point.
think the only one that's going to look worse than them this week is the Jets. I'm going with the Cowboys.
Same here.
Let's go.
I also do want to say, the Monday night game last night, the Jets-Dolphins, I watched the first half because obviously we already knew I lost going into this Monday night. Could have been one of the worst halves of football I ever watched. The amount of penalties, the drop play, like it was. I know they're pros, and I'm not one of these guys that subscribes that the worst NFL team could get beaten by the best college team. I don't believe that. But what I saw last night was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I'm hoping that Gary Vee ends up buying the Jets because I feel like that's something the Jets could use. And we know Gary Vee's been lobbying to buy that NFL franchise for a long time. Now would be a good time for that. I think they could use that. I actually hope that happens. Okay, game 4, Giants-Saints. I'm picking the Giants.
I am as well, and this was one of my 2 picks that were kind of the gut feeling picks.
Oh, really? Why were you on tilt over this game? What did you like about the Saints?
I didn't like the Saints.
I know, but you said this was a tough pick for you. What made it tough?
Just because the Giants haven't been doing too good, with the exception of last week. They haven't been doing enough to really prove themselves. With that said, though, I kind of snapped into it. I'm like, okay, the Saints. I probably will never vote for the Saints once this year.
Right.
Well, we all
ahead.
know New Orleans is known for its voodoo and witch doctors, and I have a feeling that the Saints went to see someone last week and had a couple pins put into Malik Neighbors.
Oh.
See what happened there?
No.
Turf monster.
Oh.
ACL. Malik Neighbors is done for the season.
Gonzo.
So what's really crazy about that is there are 15 artificial turf stadiums in the NFL. MetLife Stadium has had 8 ACL or Achilles injuries in the past 5 seasons. Like, something's got to be done about that, right?
I don't know what's the advantage. Are they doing that because they feel that team gets a competitive edge? Are they doing it because they save money from not having to do maintenance and watering?
Well, yeah, that's
what's the advantage?
Generally, the idea is the maintenance of it, right? But for whatever reason, MetLife turf just seems to just injure everybody.
Fuck.
So the Giants actually showed some promise last week.
Yeah.
And I told you earlier, I think the Saints are going to be 0 for. So I'm going with the Giants.
I am also going with the Giants. Little footnote, this Jackson Dart, I believe this quarterback has like the perfect name to be a quarterback, especially in a big city market like New York, which is a tough market to play in.
Yeah.
I mean, ask anybody that's ever played there. It's just the expectations are so high. They're so critical. What have you done for me lately? Like, as good as they looked in this last game, it means nothing if they don't win this next game. Also, Jackson Dart was throwing darts last week with that 21-18 win over the Chargers. The Chargers were 3-0. The Giants were 0-3. It's the first time in 17 years that an 0-3 team has beat a 3-0 team. First time. So maybe they're trying to turn things around there in New York, the Big Apple. So we're all going with the Giants.
Yep.
Game 5, the Raiders at the Colts. This is the first week I'm falling off the Raiders train, and I'm getting back on with the
Whoa.
Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis.
Good for you.
All right.
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
Yes. Jay, who are you going with here?
Well, we knew last week Indiana Jones hated those Rams.
Yep.
This week we got Indiana Jones in the Raiders of the Lost football game. I am taking the Colts this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts as well, and we don't have the Bears on our docket for this week, but it's worth mentioning, thank God they blocked that field goal last week.
That crushed me. That was also something else that could have took me off of being tased, was that last minute block.
Yep.
I have never seen so many blocks
It's
this
unbelievable.
early in a season so
Unbelievable.
far. Yeah.
I'm just glad to be on the receiving end of a victory from close games instead of the other way around as it has been.
Better to be a pitcher than the catcher. Okay.
Yes, so.
Bye week.
Dolphins at Panthers. Matt, I can't wait to hear this
Oh,
one.
man. I think you already know. I'm going with the Dolphins.
No shit.
Yeah.
Even after your boy Tyreek Hill, like, did you see that injury?
Did you see him? He literally was laughing on his way out the field.
What? Why? What could possibly be so funny?
So apparently he
I know all those baby
Texted.
mamas aren't going to be happy about that, especially if he ain't getting that paper.
texted Teron Armstead after the
Who's
game.
that?
One of his former teammates. Right? Maybe they're still teammates. I don't know. I'm not too up on the defensive players, but anyhow, he texted him and said he was laughing so that he could get through the pain. He was purposely making himself laugh, which I don't know how the fuck you do that. Like,
I don't see him being that type of an emotionally intelligent, heady type of guy. Like, with all the other if he cares so much about being that intellectual on getting good mood, bad mood, like, that guy's nothing but a fucking drama queen. He causes problems no matter where he's been.
yep.
I think there's something nefarious going on there. I'm gonna double down on that. Fucking McDaniels coach is an absolute turd. I did like the only thing I liked about the Dolphins last night was the uniforms.
Yes. Very cool.
At night,
Those were
the
good.
black, those were nice uniforms. But McDaniels almost seemed like he was copying Al Davis. You know, those glasses that he had. The only other person I saw wear those glasses was the former head coach of the Raiders, Al Davis. Just win, baby. I don't see McDaniels making it through this season. I can't believe he's made it this far. That win last night might have pushed this inevitable a little bit further.
Borrowed
That's-
time.
But that said, with Tyreek Hill being gone, I don't know how that's going to help the Dolphins moving forward. So he's just living on a prayer. I'm going with the Panthers in this game. Jay?
The Dolphins losing Tyreek Hill, they couldn't swim before.
No,
Now they lost their dorsal fin. I'm going with the Panthers.
Okay. Contrarian pick. Is that your first?
That's my first, yeah.
Okay.
I'll take it. I'm feeling good on that game.
Okay. Game 7. Broncos at the Eagles. Now, this one was actually a tough one. Eagles are still undefeated. Broncos blowing out the Cincinnati Bengals last night, who are still without their quarterback. This is in Philly. Skinny Joe Merlino's. I'm going with the Eagles.
Birds, baby.
So, what have the Eagles been known for the past couple years?
Tush push.
Which is technically rushing, right?
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley last year, MVP. They're not running so well this year. And the Broncos defense is giving up 99 yards rushing per game this year.
Oh, wow.
Pretty stout against the run, which means Jalen Hurts is going to actually have to play quarterback this week. It's going to be a close one, but I'm going to go with the Birds at home.
Oh, wow. God, you really fucking
Man,
had
you
us on the
really-
hook. I
yeah,
thought for
come
sure
on.
that was screaming Broncos. Okay.
It's a short week. It's a away game. I don't see the Broncos pulling it off.
I agree with you. Texans, Ravens. Who you got, Jay?
This game is actually going to be closer than it seems if Lamar Jackson is out. But I think even still, there's just not enough there. The Texans are a really
Who's the backup
bad
in Baltimore?
team. Oh my God, I just saw it last week and I'm like, why the hell is he in there? I'm gonna
Is
have
anybody
to look that
we
up.
know or
yes,
no?
it is. It is.
Who do you got in this game, Matt?
I'm going Ravens, and I feel good about it.
In Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, they're solid. Texans aren't doing too much this year, so be safe with the other birds.
By the way, the backup was Cooper Rush, formerly of the Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Well, I have the Ravens in this as well. So we're still waiting on you.
I too have the Ravens.
Okay, so it's another chalk.
Yep.
Tennessee Titans. Which, if you're in Tennessee, you don't have to worry about seeing Jay Cutler driving the roads. Tennessee Titans are in Arizona playing the Cardinals. I'm going with the Cardinals. Jay.
Cardinals had a little extra rest. They played last Thursday. Which, by the way, did you see those unis they were wearing?
Yeah.
I see a lot of people giving praise to them. I thought they looked like the underside of a fat guy's toilet seat.
Yes, I agree.
Disgusting.
Not unlike the play of the Titans. I'm going with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yep, triple birds here. Wow, all day.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling arguably to the furthest possible destination from where they play, diagonal all the way up across the country in Seattle. I don't see Bucs going back-to-back losses here. I know the Seahawks are playing a little bit bad. Maybe I'm just a homer, but I got the Buccaneers here.
This is another gut pick for me. I like the Bucks. I'm a Bucks fan, but I just don't see it happening. I don't. I think they're losing this one. I think the Seahawks. got it.
Going with the Seahawks. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Very, very
I'm proud of you.
good gut pick. Like
Okay.
I had to dig deep.
Always go with your gut instinct.
Nothing but the gut on that one.
Wow.
Okay.
Seattle. Jason.
The Seahawks have shown to be a sort of a middle of the pack team this year. And the 12th man has always been their advantage. And
I love
it
that.
just hasn't been there.
Yeah.
Not just this year, the past couple of years, it
I agree
seems
with
like
that.
it's kind of dying down. So that's a little bit less of a factor. And I think Baker Mayfield's shown quite some resilience this year with those first 3 games and those fourth quarter comebacks. And he's kind of known for that. And he's gets a little chip on his shoulder and plays even better. And I'm going with the Bucks.
By the way, I noticed you got the red blue collar picture. Shout out Donna for hooking us up with these shirts. Got the Tampa home colors, mine kind of New England Patriots, and of course his Bears, the navy blue. Thank you very much for our t-shirts. So 2 of us with the Bucks, Matt with another contrarian pick in Seattle. Now we got Lions, Bungles. I'm going with Detroit in the 8 Mile over the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yep.
You are as well, Matt?
absolutely.
Jay, we're going to pitch it over to you.
I think the Bengals are going the way of the Saints and Titans ever since they lost Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Lions.
No Icky Wood shuffle going on in Cincinnati, that's for sure.
There's some icky something going on there.
Icky, sticky, icky. Okay, the Washington Redskins against one of the Harbaugh brothers, Chargers. This is at the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers over the Redskins.
Yep.
Matt, you are as well.
Yep. I agree.
Jay,
Okay. Well, the Chargers, as you know, just suffered a tough loss last week against
Fluke.
the Giants.
Big
Yeah.
fluke.
that was a big win for New York.
The Commanders now may still be without.
What team?
Oh, the Redskins.
Oh, I was
Sorry.
going to say, I'd never heard of that.
what?
Okay.
The Redskins may still be without Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. And I think Jim Harbaugh gets them right this week. I'm going with the Chargers.
Chalk. Wow. It feels like this whole week is going to come down to 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an interesting one, and Jay, I want you to go off here. The New England Patriots,
Yeah.
who seem to be looking a little bit better here. Love the quarterback. You know, obviously, he needs some more time and develop some, maybe a couple other key components in that offense, but he's looking good. Got the size, got the arm. Patriots in Buffalo. Who you picking here?
I agree with you. Drake May is looking spectacular.
Yep.
He's looking every bit like the number 3 pick that he was. He's been feeding Hunter Henry. We see Stephon Diggs is starting to get a little bit more thrown his way now that he's ramping up from that injury. This is going to be a close one. Trevion Henderson running the ball well as well. It's going to be a very close one. But I've got a one-score game with the Bills taking it.
Oh, I also have the Bills over the New England Patriots. That was a very tough pick for me because this could be one of those games that turns around their entire season. Like they go up there with a chip on their shoulder. It's close to home. They're not traveling very far. I feel like this is the year for the Buffalo Bills. I kind of have them as a Super Bowl pick. I'm going with Buffalo in this game.
I had the Bills as well.
Okay. Rounding out Monday night, Taylor Swift's Kansas City Chiefs against Shaka Khan's Jacksonville Jaguars. I feel like my pick is going to burn me because when I first looked at this game, I said, wow. I mean, if a franchise ever wanted to solidify, kind of the temperature on how they're doing, you got to win a big game. And it helps to do it at home. Jacksonville hasn't been playing bad. They've actually been scoring some touchdowns, putting up some points. That would be for Jacksonville to beat the Chiefs would be a massive win for the franchise as a whole. And it could be the catalyst to really excel them forward and have a really good season. They just haven't done enough for me to really jump on that wagon. And by the way, I can't stand the Chiefs. But I believe the Chiefs are going to come out victors in this game. What say you?
First of all, did you see what happened with Patrick Mahomes and his headband?
No.
You didn't see this?
No.
Oh, we got to show this video. So it's after the game. Patrick Mahomes walks over to his headband, goes to give it to a little kid, and here comes Karen, comes and grabs the
No
headband.
way.
And then she's posting all sorts of videos. I got Patrick Mahomes' headband and this and that.
Stole it
After
from the little
stealing
kid.
it from a little kid.
Did it look like a Karen? Like the girl in Philadelphia that stole the ball? Like, is the stereotypical, if there's a picture in the dictionary of a Karen,
her.
it was her.
She literally, grabbed it and was just.
No, but did she
Hey, look at
look like a Karen?
Oh, yeah.
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 Year of the Karens.
Yeah, so.
Sucks.
Too bad because they
anyhow.
wanted to be treated equal. Too bad.
This is the Chiefs last week without Rashee Rice coming back off suspension. I'm sorry. They have one more week after that because he's 6 weeks suspension.
What was the suspension for?
Being a douchebag. Dude, do you remember in Texas he was racing a car and kind of ran people off the road?
No.
And it was in the off season.
No.
I think it was actually last off season and they were just getting around to it.
So he was suspended for 6 games?
That's right. Yeah. Yep. But anyhow, in this matchup here, I'm not a Jags believer. And I think Patrick Mahomes and his headband take it to tall girl Trevor Lawrence going with the Chiefs.
All right.
Well, that round. Oh, we have our
scores.
our overtime kind of tie-breaking points. Matt, seeing you won last week, why don't you hit us up first?
My predicted score for the Chiefs and the Jaguars is going to be 53 this week.
I have 51.
Wow. This is going to be a close one.
I actually
if we
think
go
it's
to a
gonna be over.
tiebreaker, this is going to be a real close one. I got 49.
Okay.
I have the over.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, 49, 51, 53. That wraps up week 5's picks on Blue Collar Picks at the My Architectural Glass Showroom. Please, if you enjoy this, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment. If you want to throw in some suggestions as far as punishments that you'd like to see go down, we can put them in the trash bucket. We'd love to hear from you. But until next time,
See you then.